What's a PSPA? PSPA stands for Professional School Photographers Association. A PSPA file is the format many school photographers use to provide your school with all of the portraits they've taken. For many schools, that will include the seniors and the faculty. If your school is including underclassmen in the yearbook, the PSPA file will contain them as well. PSPA files have the capacity to include more than just photos. They can, and often do, include the first and last names of the individuals. They also have the capacity to include email addresses. School photographers typically don't include email addresses in the PSPA files, so please remember to ask your photographer to include these email addresses for everyone they photograph. These email addresses will be necessary for sending the students and faculty questionnaires, as well as purchasing the yearbook you're creating. If you've already received your PSPA file from your photographer, and it doesn't include email addresses, not to worry, you can add them. You can merge an existing Excel spreadsheet containing those emails with the PSPA file the photographer sent you. You'll find simple instructions on how to do that in the main table of contents in Idiom Create. When you open your PSPA folder, the contents will look similar to this sample. You'll likely find several files in the folder. You don't need all of them, so let's focus on the ones you'll need. First, you want to find the portrait files. Our sample file contains just the seniors. Remember, photographers will include files for everyone and group them accordingly. Portrait files are usually named after the portraits they contain. So in this sample case, 12 is for seniors. The other folder you'll need is a text file containing the student and faculty information. Now that you better understand what a PSPA file is and what it contains, let's begin uploading it into Idiom Create. Start in the main table of contents. Under Upload PSPA File, click on the green hammer. You'll arrive at the PSPA instructions page, containing step-by-step instructions. We're going to collapse those for now, and I'll walk you through the process. Step 1 asks you to add the index file. You can simply drag that file, the one we've identified from the PSPA file folder, and drop it in the box. Or click in the box and choose it from where you know you've stored your PSPA file. When it's been successfully uploaded, you'll get an on-screen confirmation. If for any reason you need to delete this file and upload a different one, just click the trash can next to the file. Let's hit the Next button to continue. You'll now see several panes containing information your yearbook staff will need to review. Here, you'll identify and choose a label from the drop-down menu. Many of these are clear and easy, like first name. Look over the various panes for the one containing first names. Once you've located it, hit the drop-down menu and click on the first name. Now we'll do the same for last name. And now email address. Next, we need to find and identify the pane containing the portrait images for all the individuals appearing in this yearbook. Those files will be JPEG files. Sometimes there's more than one pane containing JPEG files. It can even trick the software sometimes, as you can see in this sample. We want to make sure that the JPEG files we select have only numbers as their prefix. Once you've found those, hit the drop-down menu and select Images. The last label we need to designate is Class Faculty. This is an indexed list of everyone appearing in the yearbook. In the sample our photographer sent us, this contains the folder that's named 12. It contains the list of seniors, so we'll look for the pane containing 12 and label that Class Faculty. Remember, photographers can send you files where everyone appearing in the yearbook is in one big file, or they may break them out and include separately underclassmen, faculty, and administration. When you're reviewing your PSPA file, you'll be able to see how your photographer grouped these people. If they're separate files, find them and label them accordingly. Lastly, not every pane will contain information that's pertinent to this step in the upload process. The only ones you need to complete are image, first and last name, emails, and any of the files for the class and faculty. That's it for this step. Once completed, the next button in the upper right will be available for you to continue. If it's grayed out, that means you missed one of these important labels. In step 3 of the process, you'll need to drag the actual images from your PSPA file into the designated box in Idiom Create. Let's open those PSPA files by clicking in the box. As you recall, in our sample file, the images for our seniors were titled 12. If you're not sure what files contain what images, just open it up and take a look. Now, choose all of the images and hit the Choose for Upload button. This may take a few minutes to upload, depending on how many images there are and your internet connection speeds. When it's done, you'll get an on-screen confirmation. Once that's complete, hit the Next button to continue to step 4. In step 4, you'll see all the individual portrait images, along with their first and last names, email addresses, and their class or role. Review these and confirm that everything's correct. If for some reason there's information that needs to be edited, simply click on the text and correct it. And if the photo isn't correct, do not hit the trash can icon next to that portrait. Let me repeat that. Do not hit the trash can icon. This is for deleting the individual's portrait and all of their information permanently. You can replace a portrait photo, and we'll cover that in a later step. For now, when you're done, it's very important to save your work once everything has been reviewed and the edits have been made. Once you've saved your work, Idiom Create will automatically send the seniors and the faculty their questionnaires. The questionnaire for seniors asks for important information. Now remember, seniors don't have to provide anything they choose not to. As you can see, it asks for various contact information: a senior quote, their senior write-up, list of their school activities, and future plans. The senior questionnaire also collects a senior's favorites, like their favorite songs, movies, celebrities, foods, and video games. The senior questionnaire is also where students will cast their vote for mosts, sometimes called superlatives, like most artistic, most dramatic, and so on. The faculty questionnaire will only ask staff and administrators for a quote and contact information. The senior directory will contain all of the student information uploaded in the PSPA file and provided by the students in their questionnaires. Here's where you can edit that information for seniors. Faculty and underclassmen can be edited in this same way. It's also where you can change an individual's portrait image if you need to. From the main table of contents, hit the green hammer next to the senior directory. You'll see all of the uploaded seniors, their names, and portraits. If a student needs to be permanently deleted from the yearbook, this is when you'll use the trash can icon next to the portrait in the corner. But again, only if they're being deleted from the yearbook permanently. To open the Edit pane, click on the Edit pencil next to the portrait. Everything that can be edited will have an Edit pencil next to it. Let's start with the portrait. Click on the pencil, then click in the box labeled New Photo. You'll be able to search for the folder where you've stored any new portrait images. Highlight that image and click Choose for Upload. First and last names are simple text edits. Just remember to hit Save after any changes. Anything provided in the questionnaires, like birthdays, activities, future plans, and the students' provided contact information, can all be edited by clicking the pencil on the bottom right. Just find what needs to be edited, change it, and hit Save. You can add a senior who wasn't included in the original PSPA file very easily. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see Click here to add a new senior. Remember, the process for adding a faculty member or an underclassman is going to be exactly the same. Just click inside the box, opening a window where you can upload that person's portrait. Add their name and email address. When you're done, hit Save, and a questionnaire will automatically be sent out to them. They'll also be alphabetically placed in the senior directory. With the PSPA data upload completed and the questionnaires automatically sent out, yearbook advisors and staff can now manage and track the progress on all of these questionnaires for students and faculty right from the user management page on the main table of contents. Just click the green hammer to open the page. Here, you'll be able to confirm if the questionnaire has been sent to individuals. See if that person's completed the questionnaire, which also registers that individual. If a senior has uploaded inappropriate material to their My page, this is where you can lock their book so it becomes a read-only book. While locked, they won't be able to upload any more pictures. You can resend the questionnaire to individual students or faculty members if necessary. You can even manage the purchase of the yearbook. If your school's yearbook is included in the student's senior dues, or if the school is paying for the faculty's book, those books can be paid for by the school clicking the appropriate button and completing the purchase process. If students or faculty are purchasing their own yearbook, you can track that right here. If you're experiencing problems with your PSPA upload, sometimes referred to as the flow, start over again by just hitting the back button. And the issue most likely causing the problem is one or both of the following reasons. The first is an incorrectly formatted email address. Just one improper email address can keep the entire file from uploading. There could be an accidental space or an odd character like an exclamation mark instead of the @ sign, or just an additional letter like .comm. The good news is this sort of mistake is easily fixed, and you can do it yourself. Go to your PSPA file and open the text folder. Scan that list for any formatting mistakes. If you see one, click on it and correct it. If there aren't any email format problems, the other potential issue is your photographer failed to link the text files with the images. This usually results in the text showing up, but the portraits don't. You'll need to contact your photographer to address this. Once you've identified and addressed the problems, you'll need to reflow or upload your PSPA file. Remember, if you're experiencing any difficulties or need support, don't hesitate to contact us at info@idiomyb.com.